is Amy Peterson, and I'm from the class of 2005, and this is not a funny story. After I left Wheaton College, I joined the Peace Corps, and I went to Namibia, and it was wonderful. And I lived deep in the bush. To get to my village, you went to the town that had the only gas station for 150 kilometers. And then you went 30 kilometers down a dirt road. And then you went off into a dry riverbed and went over bumps for about a kilometer, and then you got to my village. And I had been in my village for about 2 years. I was really close to the end of my service. I don't know if you've ever felt culture shock, but it feels a little like being depressed and a little like going crazy. And I was deep in culture shock. It was the worst weekend of my time in the Peace Corps. I was sick of my village, I was sick of my kids, I was sick of AIDS. And one of my 6th grade students that weekend was raped. And it was terrible. And I was sitting out watching a handball game, and a kid ran up to me and said, "Miss, you have a letter." And I looked at this letter sitting out in this field of dust, and it was postmarked almost 2 years earlier. This letter had taken 2 years to get to me. And I opened up this letter, and it was from my parents. And inside this letter, they had put the playbill to the Good Woman of Setswan, and the notes on the back of the Good Woman of Setswan talked about how hard it is to be good, and how I for the life of me do not remember exactly what it said, but I remember what it did to me. And I honestly believe that I don't know that God interferes with the mail on a regular basis, but I do think that letter was intended to come to me at that time and at that place. And I was wondering if you'd let me share. I'm writing a book of common prayer very, very slowly. And I don't share it with many people because I'm neurotic. But I wrote a prayer for Arena Theater, and I'd like to share it.
Yes.
You are the God who makes all things new. So why do I feel so threadbare and worn? I bear my pale and atrophied heart to you, God of broken-hearted people. I rest my crippled soul in you. With broken hearts and broken lips, we offer up our broken words, incomplete, inadequate, electric. You give us times and places because we are limited and you are merciful. So in this time, in this place, in the insufficiency of open and empty hands, we ask for your mercy, for your blessings, for you,
is not a commodity, because we are fragile and easily broken, and because truths sometimes hurt their tellers. So hold us close to your chest, like a baby born too